Hello, my name is Alex Zemianek with JZ Vacation Rentals. I'm here to talk about the recent tax assessment change that has affected, unfortunately, not just Airbnb Host here in St. Louis. We have a lot of examples, and this is not a video to beat up the city or Michael Dauphin, who had ran the assessment change at the St. Louis Assessor's Office. This is simply a video just to let you know that there is an association out there that is here to help and provide solutions. We have the resources, data, analytics, and the recent quote that Michael gave stating that his department combed through hundreds of properties. Save the comb, Michael, because we got you and we can help you out. Unfortunately, I sold a home a couple weeks ago, and that poor homeowner is not running a short-term rental or Airbnb. So for them to pay 32% of their taxes is not going to be a good thing. And that's unfortunately one of almost half of what was reassessed. So again, it's not to beat up the city. I think there's great intentions, whether that was presenting board bill number 183 or the recent St. Louis Assessor's Office. There's a lot of ongoing concerns, I think, for the city that we can help with. And there's also concerns from the host. And it's going to continue, in my opinion, to just be press, scratching heads, trying to figure out what to do, or we can all work together. And that's really the solution that I have. It's not my idea. I stole it from other cities because it's worked for them. So if we go in here real quickly, we go into recently what was just proposed. 235 properties listed on Airbnb were reclassified from residential to commercial. I put allegedly because I can personally show you properties that are not actual Airbnbs. And that's just unfortunate because I think some of these people may not be able to afford to appeal it or have the time to do it. And I don't think the city has the time to do it either. So I think the more that I can provide these resources is really my goal. So as you go in here, the tax rate increased from 19% to 32%, and a lot of these homes. Michael Dauphin's quote, I use all of these different vendors when I go on vacation with my family. I'm pro-business, he said. I don't think it will affect anyone who is just renting out a single residence in their home. Well, Michael, I'm here to tell you it did. So again, that's not to beat you up or call you out, but we are here, we are offering our resources, and we're going to continue to do so until we can all come together and accomplish what we're trying to do, which is the same goal, and that's to respect our neighbors, to have consistent guidelines, and honestly, it's to learn from other cities and not sit here and scratch our head or send these out, these condemned signs. I'm sure that costs money. This was a sign. I've collected a lot of these over the years, and I have a 4-bedroom home that unfortunately only has a legal occupancy of 5. I've been in front of the alderman numerous times, and I know that they have a lot more things to focus on than this, because every time we go in there, we all agree on the same thing, and it just appeals and unnecessary things. So if we want to do apples to apples, if we want to compare whether that's long-term rentals to short-term rentals, parking, taxes, hotels versus short-term rentals. I had a letter mailed back to me from the city hall that stated, why did you send us, in the letter in the email, why did you send us taxes when Airbnb collects taxes on behalf of the city? Well, that's not completely true. Airbnb absolutely does, and they do a great job at it. Unfortunately, there's 100 websites, and so as a professional management company, we also collect taxes and remit it to the city. Our running total now, we have $1 million in revenue over the last year and a half, and out of that, I believe the tax rate is now up to over 17.033% in the city of St. Louis and different in the county. So, you know, there's a lot of things that we can work with you on. I'd love to give you those. I'd love to take my tax money back or my host tax money back, but we also want to do what's right. So there's a lot of things that have been quoted that I think, again, great intentions. And what we're going to continue to discuss here is what are the things that most cities are going through? What are typically the concerns that cities have. Too many vacation rentals, affordable housing, noise complaints, parking. There's a lot of different ones. No consistency in hosting guidelines, no consistency in city guidelines. There's a lot of those. So we can absolutely provide the solution if you want it. We don't have to go through it in this video. There's a lot to discuss. 2016 tax revenue was $9 million. 2019 went up to $48 million. So that's to be determined in 2021 on that trend, because I think we are not necessarily working together with the right people, whether that is pulling ideas from other cities or other associations. Know that we have those best practices, we have those things in place. So what's the solution? Work directly with us, board members of STLSTR.org. I myself am a board member of this association that's in its infancy. We have 100 plus people that get together every month and over 400 on our group. And we're going to continue to work towards being great neighbors, working with the neighbors, our neighborhood ambassador program. There's a lot of things that we can do and accomplish, and we're here to offer that up to the city. Also, whenever you are looking at the different things that are out there or analytical tools to run, we have them, we pay for them, and we can give them to you. So the main message here is like, share, or spread the word that there is a resource out there. You just got to use this and we can work together. Thank you for your time.